Hi, you guys. Welcome back into English C1001. It is so good to see everybody who's coming back for round two. And it is great to see everybody who is new to the class and adding the course. Please let me know if you need any support as you catch up and get to know everybody and get to know the flow of things around here. This week, week two, is all about really beginning the course. We finished with the orientation. We did some warm-up kinds of readings and lessons about what to expect in this class, about what to expect for writing in higher education. And now we're ready to jump in to our research and writing focus. So this week we're going to introduce project number 1. And if you recall from the course overview from week 1, this course has 3 projects. Number 1 is the research proposal. So we're going to choose a topic, sort of explore what that topic means to us, why it's important to us, and how we plan to go about researching that and working our way toward project 2, which is the annotated bibliography. And that's a fancy new word for most of us. It just means like a kind of like a journal of research sources and notes about them, so that we get an idea about who's talking about this topic. What are the different perspectives? What are the different arguments? What problems are being addressed? What solutions are being proposed? And how is this impacting the world around us? So that's project 2. And then project 3 is that persuasive argument. So this is kind of the bread and butter of college writing, where we get to express our argument. We're joining into that conversation that we discovered through research. So project 1 is a proposal for what topic do I want to research? How am I going to approach looking for all those different sources? And when it comes time for me to produce my own argument, what do I feel at this early stage? What do I feel like I want to say? Who do I want to say this to? What's my purpose? Who's my audience? What kind of technique or style or format do I predict is going to make that happen for me? So project 1 really gives us a roadmap to reach all the way through the end of the semester. And in this week, we're going to introduce that project. We're going to learn a lot of basics for critical thinking. Like we're going to be exposed to like a dozen, maybe 20 techniques or concepts that we can use to practice critical thinking. And it's all about shaping this mindset as a critical thinker. What kind of habits do I need to start building into my thought processes, my attention that I give to the world around me, how I evaluate things, how I analyze things. So we're going to learn a lot of vocabulary, a lot of techniques and practices. And I will remind us along the way, but just know going in, no single student is ever going to be expected to master all of those techniques. Instead, critical thinking is a very personalized growth journey. So each person will really choose maybe 5 or 6, like maybe as many as a dozen techniques that they want to put into their critical thinking toolbox that works for them. So just know that going in, a lot of keywords and concepts are going to come your way. When you see a list of 6 or 7 things, zoom in on just 1 or 2 and say, that really stands out to me. I pick that. So just a disclaimer as we get started. We have some assignments during the week, remembering to schedule ourselves 6 to 9 hours throughout the week. So maybe 3 to 4 hours today, 3 to 4 hours on the next day. Or if it works better for you, just breaking it down into 1 or 2 hours today, 1 or 2 hours tomorrow, the next day, however it works for you in your schedule. So let's look at a little bit of an overview for what we're going to be getting ourselves into this week. As always, I want to begin with reviewing and checking in. So opening up your notes that you took last week, seeing what your main takeaways were, reviewing what the learning leaders have shared just to sort of get the context and get warmed up. We're also going to begin our Emojify Padlet warm-up practice. This is something that we're going to start every week with for the rest of the semester. It's just a space for everybody to sort of take a moment to think more deeply about the meaning and the importance of their learning experience here in college. Thinking about the social, emotional, cultural importance of what you're doing, and sort of grounding and centering in like your why. Somebody's in the other Padlet. Afterwards, we have our Project 1 Q&A. So we're going to introduce the problem solution impact research proposal, and that will be a space for you guys to ask questions. You can use the hypothesis to annotate the assignment prompt and share where you need clarification. Like, what do you mean by this? Is it okay if we do that? So if I understand correctly in my own words, isn't this a good topic? Whatever the case may be. Or if you have no questions, you can just write that you have no questions. We don't have a learning leader signed up for that. So if you want to sign up and get that out of the way, there's an opening. After we overview the project, there is a brainstorming discussion. So this is just a space for everybody to sort of start popping, what ideas might I use for my course topic? Remember, it's got to be important to you, and it's got to be interesting enough for you to want to like explore this for the next 15 weeks. You'll get to see what some other students have explored in the past. Maybe that will inspire you, get your gears turning, so to speak. I have support hours on Tuesday if you're on campus. Also during those hours, if you need me, if you want to have a quick Zoom, we can make that happen too. Closing up our first learning session, we have a lesson video, a PowerPoint presentation where I just sort of introduce some of the basics of critical thinking. What does it mean? How do we do it? Why is it important? It's a long video, so just to give you a heads up, the lectures for this class tend to be a little bit longer, like 45 minutes to an hour sometimes, and I do realize that that is a lot, but the video is broken into chapters, and all throughout the way I give reminders like make sure we're taking notes, pause here, look back at what you've written, take a break if needed. So give yourself the space and like the courtesy to yourself to say, okay, I know that I can't sit and watch this for 45 minutes. Instead, I'm going to pause, shake it up a little bit, return to it, get into a routine that works for you. And we have Chloe and Maya, who thank you in advance. You are our learning leaders sharing your 3-2-1 notes. And then this assignment for creating the discussion post on Tuesday, this is just for Chloe and Xiao Xiaolin, also known as Rebecca, to post your discussion for the class. And if you need any support with that, I can Zoom with you. We can connect during support hours, whatever works. And then we will look at our second learning session of the week. As always, I want to begin review and check in. So when you say, okay, I'm going to log in to do work, get into the habit of like linking back to what you finished doing previously. So opening up your previous notes, taking a look at previous discussions or annotations. And then the assignments are to engage with the discussion leaders. So you only have to choose one person to engage with. So like whichever title pops out to you the most. And then also review back to the brainstorming discussion to see what people have said, the feedback that you've gotten, and really keep that conversation going. Wednesday support hours on Zoom. You can use the link to find me. And then we will end the week with 2 assignments. So one is the reading annotations for chapter 2. Again, it's going to take about 45 to 60 minutes to read, take notes on a separate page, annotate the chapter, and everybody is expected to do that learning. But we do have Isaac and Mansoor who are going to share the 3-2-1 notes. So that's just a little bit of support for everybody to sort of think about this through another lens, through somebody else's eyes. And then we're going to close the week with the brainstorm journal. And this is a space to really put together the pieces of everything that we worked on this week, choosing what kind of topic we might want to do, putting into practice some of the critical thinking skills that we've learned, and really beginning to frame our topic in this structure of what are the problems here? What are the changes and transformations that I want to see happen? What impact is this going to have on the world around us, on myself, on specific communities? We're going to look at specific context areas, psychology, society, culture, politics, history, aesthetics, things like that. And we'll learn more about that too as we go. But like looking through those major context areas, why is this an important issue? So that is our week. You can look and see the specific things that we're working on. If you have an announcement that you want to share with the class, you can share it. Questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, go ahead. And when you're ready to get into the week 2 module, click next and I'll see you in there.